You're not gonna kill me?
Don't tell me what to do!
You know someone really fucked up in order to have me come out of my hole in the ground to make a fucking video. But when Squidtard made his video last week about the possibility of Nico-I-Am-A-NIL transferring from Tennessee, I figured Tennessee was going to do one of two things. Either pay him more money than what he was already getting, which was reported to be $2.4 million to play this year, or let him walk and hit the portal. Well, since then, shit has hit the fucking fan. Nico has made no secret to Tennessee nor to anyone else that he has a steep price. The $8 million deal he got with Tennessee in 2023 was one of the richest for a young quarterback signed to that point. At the time, it was staggering, but considering he was the number 2 prospect in the nation coming out of high school, and also that the top Power 4 schools are going to be spending upwards of $20 million on their rosters just to be competitive this season, seemed like a fair investment in hindsight. So the fact that Nico still asked yet for more money after Tennessee emptied their bank account on him is absolutely fucking embarrassing. He went back to Tennessee not once, but twice, saying he's not getting paid enough. Reportedly, he wants $4 million a season and a fucking Bugatti Chiron, which by itself has the value of $4.3 million. Originally, the rumors were he just wanted the same deal as Carson Beck, who got $4 million from Miami. But seriously? A fucking Bugatti? For 1 year of work that frankly was not all that good? Since he was brought up, just for comparison's sake, Carson Beck is in his 5th year. And in the seasons he started, he has absolutely produced. Sure, he fell off a little bit last season, throwing a few more interceptions, but the touchdowns and passing yardage cannot be ignored. Now look at Nico. His numbers last year are fucking peanuts compared to Beck. This is why Tennessee told him originally that they would give him a small raise to $2.4 million, but that he would not match Beck. He's fine. He's not Joe Burrow. He's not Carson Beck. He's just fine. Sure, Arch Manning is valued to be worth the $6.5 million range, but he produced a lot more in 3 or 4 starts than Nico did over a season. I'm sure the Volunteers would be happy to pay more if he actually played well against Ohio State in the playoffs. Except he didn't. Oh, he didn't have great receivers? You don't need great receivers to get open and catch a ball. You want to blame Dylan Sampson for having a breakout year at running back? Yeah, go ahead. But he fucking produced in his final season with Tennessee. There is no doubt that Nico has the potential to be great. But only morons drain their team's bank accounts on what-ifs. This kid still needs to prove to coaches and boosters on the damn field why they need to pay him more. Problem with Nico is everything I just said doesn't matter a fuck to him. He wants his money now. Not tomorrow or next year, now. So rather than run it back and start improving himself in the spring, he pulls out the old number 1 draft pick holdout tactics they use in the NFL by no-showing team practices and team meetings to you as leverage. I'm sure his agent and daddy both told him this would work to his favor. I'm sure they also told him that reaching out to other teams for interest was also a good idea, thinking that no one would say a word about it. One small problem: this ain't the NFL. This is college. Despite all the changes that's happened, a lot of coaches still have a moral compass. So when he tried to slide into Dan Lanning's DMs at Oregon, Lanning immediately went to Coach Heupel at Tennessee, told him Nico was fucking around behind their backs. Couple this with Nico going AWOL, there was absolutely no hesitation from Tennessee when they told Nico to pack his shit and to fuck off. While I have read a few opinions about how Nico's father or agent got into his head and influenced his decision, I don't feel that way at all. He's a grown-ass man. He knew what he was doing and the consequences thereof, and he's likely going to be rewarded for his bullshit anyways with a massive payday from a desperate team. With the spring portal opening on April 16th, he's going to get the chance to test his value on the market. However, it remains to be seen who will take the chance on him after this shit show. When every single fan base is united with Tennessee on this issue, you know you fucked up massively. Biggest thing that pisses me off about all this? Nico is the summation of a long-standing issue with the sport. NIL is a great thing for a few reasons. Athletes can now make some cash for marketing their names out to companies for sponsorships. Schools now compensate players directly for all the attention they bring to their programs. Players are more free to sign autographs and interact with the fan base directly. I can even play a new college football game now thanks to NIL becoming a thing. However, The drawbacks that this has are now painfully obvious. There is little to no regulation. Not that I think they shouldn't try to do anything, but the NCAA, when it tries to stop something, gets slapped down in court because they can't rely on amateurism anymore to save their ass. Not to mention, schools are not reliant on the NCAA for anything at the football level besides the usual rules policing, and that's a fucking joke on its own. It seems to me and many others here that installing a salary cap and some kind of anti-tampering rule, like what you see in pro sports, is needed here, as well as having a single transfer portal in the offseason that doesn't hurt the bowl games. They should also, frankly, put something in place for the coaches as well, but unless all the conferences can come together and agree on it, that shit ain't happening. And it's not likely they will, seeing how Ohio State and Alabama and other schools in the power conferences likely won't agree to cutting their athletic budgets and losing some of their star players to transfers. This was an easily foreseen and predictable outcome, but no one did anything to prevent it from happening. Now it's here. And not the sport of football, but the entire world of college athletics is in turmoil because of it. I say it all the time like it's a joke and a meme, but it really is the modern day reality of college football. Money talks, bullshit walks. And at least for this story, the bullshit down Nayland just fucking walked.